said to Top Rank, no, I'm taking this Wilder fight, then that Wilder fight happens. Yeah. But he and Frank Warren are happy to fight an openly or a lesser opponent. If Fury would have said to Top Rank, no, I'm taking this Wilder fight, then that Wilder fight happens. Yeah. You don't. If Fury would have said to Top Rank, no, I'm taking this Wilder fight, then that Wilder fight happens. Yeah. But he and Frank Warren are happy to fight an openly or a lesser opponent. But he and Frank Warren are happy to fight an openly or a lesser opponent for a lot. I'm taking this Wilder fight, then that Wilder fight happens. Yeah. But he and Frank Warren are happy to fight an openly or a lesser opponent for a lot of money because they think that that's, to come out and say, well,
Goo! World, let's go! I'm ready. I'm ready. Yo, what up, guys? This your boy T-Dub. What's blazing the sports? We are here. We are live. We are ready. We are back at it like a crack at it, giving you boxing geekers this work. Guys, hello to my good friend and pal, Al, the Red Sox fan. Guys, check him out, guys. Called a hell of a game. Good morning, Al. I want to talk about the whole situation, man. Tyson Fury said he wanted the rematch. They were in negotiation. They were pretty much, everything was agreed on. Out of nowhere, it looks like the refs and the judges were the only thing holding it up, which means that, that could have been worked out. Oh, the location. And then out of nowhere, the rug get pulled away from under everything. And Tyson Fury does his best Dave Chappelle impression. Gotcha, bitch. Gotcha. Because he signs with ESPN. And now the fight between him and Deontay Wilder, Fury has completely backed out of it. And Eddie Hearn is now saying that Fury should have took the fight. He said he rose from the dead. He should have took the fight. Into the building, Christopher, what it do? Salute my dude. You know it is, man. I go live when I can. My kid doesn't have school today, so I'm going to work from home. He still sleep. I'm like, listen, man, he sleep. I got to creep into a video, you know what I mean? But Eddie Hearn, guy, listen. Eddie Hearn is probably like, finally, the heat is off of me. You know how much heat Eddie Hearn has been getting over the whole Wilder Joshua saga? He's been getting a lot of heat. And finally, since people are now throwing stones at Tyson Fury, he like, yes, I'm gonna throw stones at him too. You should have took the fight. You're ducking. But does he have a point? Does he not have a point? He said that, here, I'll let you hear it. Hold on. If I can go back to it. Maybe not. Backed all the way out of YouTube. Dun, 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 dun. I can't find it. It's cool. Basically, he said, listen, Frank Warren and Tyson Fury are happy to take less money than fight Deontay Wilder. Do you blame him? Eddie Hearn said Fury should be taking this matchup. He should. A lot of people are saying right now, oh man, since Tyson Fury pulled out, who is Wilder going to fight next? A good question. Who is Fury going to fight next? They said Fury needs another tune-up fight. Typically, this is just me, and I know there's no law for it, but typically when you do tune-ups, one, you retire for a while, you have a couple fights, and you come back. Two, you move up in weight class, right? And you want to get adjusted to the weight, and then you fight. Outside of that, that might be it. Been away from the sport, moving up or moving down in weight. Something like that. But if you already came back, you had tune-up fights, you fight, in Fury's words, the most furious puncher in boxing history. This is his words, not my words. I ain't never been hit by Deontay Wilder. I have no idea how hard he's hit. I imagine he probably punches with the force of a demigod. I don't know. But according to Tyson Fury and what he felt that night, his dance with death, he's the most furious puncher in boxing history. He fought that man. And arguably, people say he beat that man. So if you fought that man and you beat that man, do you really need a tune-up fight? I mean, you in many people's eyes, you just tuned up Deontay Wilder. They saying you tuned him up. Yes, he turned you out for a minute. You went black for about 14 seconds. But a lot of people saying you won. And in rematches, the boxer is typically favored. Roy versus Kovalev, Mayweather versus Maidana, Mayweather versus Castillo. The boxer is typically favored because the boxer is the one that typically can make adjustment. Triple G Canelo. Whoa, I'm not finna miss this up. Christopher comes in the building and throws 5 logs on the fire to keep the blaze going. Thank you for the super chat. Since he's talking about Fury, how about bringing Joshua? Hey, that's what I was kind of saying in the beginning, Christopher. Eddie Hearn is like, listen, finally, the heat is off of me. Eddie is getting so much heat, about not making that fight. But listen, here's what he said, Christopher. And we don't know how true it is, but here's what he said. In so many words, he would pay Deontay Wilder at least $15 million for the Dominique Brazil fight. And then a 60-40 split for the Joshua fight in America. And win, lose, or draw, the second fight should be in the UK. That's not real bad. That's not real bad. Listen, talk is cheap. The first time there was a lot of talking, but there was not a lot of putting it on paper exactly what you say, making it fair. But to be honest, people look at Deontay Wilder like, oh man, he's in a bad place. He's in a bad place. But he's not in a bad place. Because whatever side get Deontay Wilder, that's the winning side. If ESPN gets Deontay Wilder, that's the winning side. Because they have 2 of the best heavyweights right now. And they can run it back 2 more times. If some kind of way Eddie Hearn can get Deontay Wilder, that's the best side. Because they can make Joshua versus Wilder 2 or 3 times. That's the best side. If DAZN can some kind of way tell Eddie Hearn, you better pay that Bronze Bomber, that Thor Hammer Slinger, that E. Finley Gun Bringer, you better pay him whatever he wants. Send him a blank check. Because if they can get Deontay Wilder, first fight. We know 2 fights for sure. If they good, maybe a 3rd fight. But by that time, you got other fighters building up their resume. Dylan White. Especially if they can throw Dylan White and throw other boxers on these undercards, you're going to build them guys into a pay-per-view star. Into somebody who's a contender for the winner of the saga between Joshua and Wilder. Ortiz. Throw him on there. He wants smoke. Or at least Ortiz come with a pack of Newport 100s and a lighter. He's ready for the smoke anywhere, anytime. Matter of fact, he's ready for that smoke March the 2nd, tomorrow, as he comes back and fight. Christopher, you can't trust Eddie. No, listen, you can't really trust him. Like I said, it sounds good. Talk is cheap. Our Red Sox fan says, hit the like button, share, sub. Thanks, great appreciated. Thank you, Al. Minnie, what it do? Minnie, I haven't seen you in so long. Hey, T, how are you? Just swinging through to say hi. Hey, Minnie, how's it going? Talk is very cheap with Eddie Hearn. It's very cheap. Because there was a lot of talk with Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua the first time, and it didn't happen. There's a lot of talk. But what there wasn't, it was a lot of putting the words on paper. And then the way we know talk is cheap, because in one interview, he would say something. Another interview, he would say something totally different. And then another interview, he would contradict both of those things. I get it. But right now, Eddie Hearn sees an opportunity. He sees a way to, like, listen, stop pointing at me, pointing at him. Because the reason I say that, he said, listen, Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder, that wasn't ordered. That was two champions just trying to hash it out. Fury and Wilder was actually ordered, and he didn't do it. He should have took that fight. He should have took that fight. Does he have a point? Yeah. Does it make it right that the Joshua and Wilder fight didn't happen? No. Does he have a point that Fury should have took that fight? Instead of saying, F you WBC, drop me from your rankings, I'm going to go do something else. I got the bag. He should have fought him. And even though Josh was fighting Miller, Fury went and signed a deal with ESPN. We don't know who he's going to fight. We have no idea. But the crazy thing is, people are not even worried about that. It's like, it's Deontay Wilder's success or failure. That's it. Is he going to succeed or fail? And if he succeeds, they're going to minimize it. If he's failed, they're going to cheer it. We don't know who Fury's going to fight. I don't know. Do you know who he's going to fight? I don't know. Do you care? Are you just going to sign me up? I want to watch it. Now, I would say that it is on ESPN. Terence Crawford brought in some pretty good views. Tyson Fury is riding a high horse that even a draw, he's going to go off of that moral victory. I should have won. Come fight me for the linear title. You're not going to walk away with a belt. You'll walk away with respect, but you're not going to walk away with a belt. You're going to come in here with the same suspenders you leave out of here with the same suspenders you walked in here on. But overall, Deontay Wilder's in a good place, in my opinion. He just fought two tough battles against Ortiz, and Ortiz still wants that smoke. Ortiz remind me of the guy that walks around with a cigar in his mouth. If it's not lit, he's 2 seconds from lighting because he with the smoke. Just fought Ortiz. Just fought Tyson Fury. Get your mandatory out the way. And if what Eddie Hearn says is right. And listen, like Christopher said, shout out to Christopher, $5, 5 logs on the fire to keep the blaze going. Like he said, talk is cheap. Talk is cheap. If you're going to pay him $15 million for the Dominic Brazil, and since you said $15 million, that means Wilder should come to the table and try to at least argue for another 2 or 3. And then, in writing, if you beat Dominic Brazil, if Joshua beats Miller, the fight that's directly next is Joshua versus Wilder for undisputed. 60-40 split. Well, since Eddie came with 60-40 split, Wilder should get at least, he should argue for 45-50. I don't know if they're going to give him 50 because they are giving him home field advantage. They're not just giving him home field advantage just to be nice. No. Eddie Hearn realized, listen, I make a lot more money over here. How in the hell am I able to give Anthony Joshua the biggest payday of his career by fighting Big Baby Miller? And he wasn't even in the talks. Fury was in the talks. Deontay Wilder was in the talks. Dylan White, Mr. Let's Go! Wilder, I'm ready. That's the only three that was in the talks. Wilder didn't like the deal. Fury didn't like the deal. Dylan White, who has been working with Matchroom, he didn't like the deal. Bad business? Bad deal? Eddie Hearn even said that Miller didn't even get an offer. No. Miller didn't get an offer until late. And he said, I don't think Ortiz even got an offer. Some people said that. Well, he said he'll fight Ortiz next. How come Ortiz didn't get an offer now? Because he's dangerous. He's very dangerous. Oh, guys, we're in the chat. Hold up. New day. We all know Fury beat Wilder. Wilder is a is a beggar now. New day. He's a clown. Fat. Bro, on what grounds? How? All right, let me ask you a question, man. If Fury beat him, and he's going to get a guarantee was the $20 million plus back end money, why didn't he sign up for the rematch and just beat him again? Why didn't he beat him again? Why didn't he beat him? Think about this. If ESPN offered him $80 to $100 million for 5 fights, if he beat him the first time, why didn't he go out there, beat him a second time? Do you know how big his profile would be then? ESPN, F the $80 million, F the $100 million. I want 150 or better. I want 150 or better. I just danced with death twice and let her tell about it. I want 150 or better. The expert genius in the building. Shout out to the expert genius. Hearn has a point, but at the same time, the WBA ordered the winner of Klitschko Joshua to fight the WBA mandatory Ortiz, and they didn't do it. Sounds like a hypocrite to me. Sounds like somebody who's saying, take the heat off of me, throw it over there. And you're right. Because when I was listening to this, I'm like, hold on. Didn't the WBC order Ortiz to fight Dylan White? Didn't they do that? Didn't they say, fight Ortiz? And what happened? You guys backpedaled out of that. You guys went into a football / NFL defensive back position and backpedaled out of that. Backpedal, turn. And you ran with it. You ran. And you didn't fight. You said, no, I'm going to go over and fight. It might have been Pulev at the time. Pulev won the purse bid. No. You fight your sword and still get a shot at the title. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You know, Eddie Hearn sees an opportunity to get the heat off of him. Let me change this. He sees an opportunity to say, listen, I'm the good guy now. I'm the one that want to make the undisputed matchup. I'm the good guy. They're the bad guy. Fury's the bad. See, he's going at Fury and Frank Warren because he's basically going at Frank Warren by saying Frank Warren really doesn't have any more control over his fighter. You know, and now he's going at Tyson Fury by saying Tyson Fury. So listen, he says the fighter should always have control over who he fights. Tyson Fury should be able to go to ESPN and say, listen, I want that fight next. I want it next. Make it happen. And they should do it. But by him saying that, is he not also saying that Joshua didn't really want to make that fight the first time? Joshua didn't come to him and say, I want that fight next, make it happen? Is that not what he's saying? Because he said that Fury should have went to him and said, uh-oh, I woke a sleeping dragon. He's stumbling in here, out of the bed, hiding under the pillow, smiling. The 5-year-old Thunder from down under is awake, guys. But yeah, man. Hold on, let me try to. What's this charger's? I gotta shorten my charger. We know now that they will walk away from orders. We know that. We know that because they feel that the fighter is bigger now than the sanctioning bodies. They figure that we don't have to go your route to get a title shot. Ortiz was ordered, didn't happen. Klitschko Joshua was ordered, the winner didn't happen. And now Fury versus Wilder ordered, it didn't happen because these guys feel that they don't have to go that route. Fury feels that his linear title is bigger than the WBC. That's what he feels. That imaginary belt. Now, it does hold a lot of respect and honor, but it's not a title because people cannot work their way up to get a linear shot. It's not like the WBC, the WBO, the IBF, or any of those, the WBA. You can at least work your way up that ladder. Show me the linear chart. You can't work your way up that chart. You have to just fight the man. And if Tyson Fury go fight a Brian Jennings next, in some kind of way, Brian Jennings win that fight, now he's the linear champion? They talk about Parker. They talk about Fury may fight. He might face Parker. Let's go to the chat. Christopher says, here comes the trolls. If Fury won, where is his belt? Hey, that's kind of what... Okay, yeah. It was a good fight. Here's the thing, man. All right, let's say Fury did win. Let's say Fury won by a round or two. Is the fight not good enough to do a rematch? Hasn't there been a lot of fights or rematches that was done when there was a winner? Rematches are not only done because of the draw. They're not. You can have a winner, but the fight can be so good you do it again. Hold on, guys. Why is this not? Hold on. There we go. No, I'm on YouTube Live. See, he just woke up. You want to say hi? You want to say hi to the people? All right, come here. I'm letting you know, guys. Then after you say hi, you gotta go brush your teeth, okay? Come here. Walk over. This is the guy the little man that I worked so hard for. Put me through so much. Look up here.
Hi.
Hey, he wake up with toys in his hands. Hold on.
Hi.
I know. Look right here.
Hi.
Say hi to the people.
Hi.
Say, I'm Adonis.
I'm Adonis.
All right. Go brush your teeth. Now, see, if I woke up with that much energy, ooh, I get so much work done. All right. Go brush your teeth, Adonis. YG in the building. Salute T-Dub. Salute to you, my dude. Let's see where I leave off in the chat. It's not Joshua's fault. He had drug problems. The ex-Virginia is a Christopher, I know, but he asked, so I answered. Take care, everyone. Hey, take care, Al Red Sox fan. Appreciate it. Thank you. All right. So let's get it. Let's get back to it. We working and I'm working. Eddie, you know what? Let me see if I can find it. Eddie Hearn says that Deontay Wilder, the Tyson Fury, should take that match next. But he didn't take it. Let me see if I can find it. Shouldn't be that far down, I don't think. Maybe. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Get past the commercial.
Control over what like in terms of input and decision-making process, because ultimately the fighter has to be the boss.
See, right now he's saying that the fighter should be the boss. And you can look at what Eddie Hearn say both different ways. Yes, the fighter should have a lot of input in his career. That is fact. The fighter should. The fighter should never just be a piece of a puzzle or a pawn to be moved around with him not knowing what he got to do next. I know a lot of fighters says it's up to my promoter, but in reality, bro, you should have some control of your fight or who you fight. It shouldn't be like, you know, I'm just a wind-up, put me in front of anything, and I'm just going to go.
Should never be the boss. You should never have a relationship and say, you're doing this. No, don't work like that.
Oh, guys, yeah, just in case you're wondering, if you want to, you can call in 314-884-1013. The lines are open. I know I didn't say it, but somebody sent a message and asked, could they call in? Yes, the lines are open. You can give your input on this and whatever else.
Like, you don't, if Fury would have said to Top Rank, no, I'm taking this Wilder fight, then the Wilder fight happens. Yeah.
Is that true?
But he and Frank Warren are happy to fight a nobody or a lesser opponent.
See, hey, Eddie don't mind. Eddie don't mind when you're down. All right, hold on. Yo, you live with your boy T-Dub. What's up?
Yo, T-Dub, salute, man. It's YG. Say my number in.
Yo, what it do, YG? Talk to me, man.
Not much, man. I'm just getting myself together. So I tuned into the show. I seen the topic you was talking about. Yeah, Fury got a couple of good options. I feel he should fight White. I think they could put on a nice show because Brazil is going to get the Wilder fight, and White is going to be left without a dance partner. So I think they should take that fight.
Who should?
He should fight White, Dillian White.
You talking about Tyson Fury?
Yeah.
How? Dylan White works with Eddie Hearn, that works with the Zone, and I'm pretty sure that they don't want to help out ESPN. Tyson Fury, Eddie Hearn is throwing shots. He is throwing shade at Tyson Fury and Frank Warren right now. He don't want to help them out.
I mean, I thought that was more helping out Dillian White because Dillian White is gonna fight.
I mean, he could fight Ortiz, but we all know he don't want that smoke. He could fight Ortiz, huh?
Ortiz is fighting tomorrow.
I know. Yeah, but if they think about it, if they make a fight, they're gonna make a fight that's gonna happen probably 3 or 4 months from now. If Ortiz wins tomorrow, he can fight 3 or 4 months from now. And especially if Ortiz go out there and make quick work of this guy, he's not gonna take no punishment. And Ortiz will take the fight.
Yeah, that does make way more sense. You're right. What you think about the I know it's a little bit off topic, but I've been wanting to talk about that. The Carissa Shields versus Hammer.
Man, I think it's gonna be tougher than Carissa thinks. I think that reach advantage and that Hammer having that really nice, pretty good jab on her. That reach, that height, it's gonna be a little. It's gonna be more difficult than she thinks. You know, I got somebody. I wish I could do I wonder if I can do a 3-way. I don't know how to bring in another caller, but 757. Call me right back when this is over. Call me right back. All right.
Your phone don't got the click over button.
I don't know, man. Let me try some. Hold on. Oh, I think I did it. Hold up. Can I do it?
Hello?
Yeah, hey, I think both of you guys on the phone. Who calling?
Yo, this the underrated one.
The underrated darkness, the grinder. What's going on, my dude?
What's good with you, dog?
Man, hey, I'm just up early getting this boxing talk in. I got you on the line and I got YG on the line. His last question was about the ladies fighting coming up, and also we're talking about Fury versus Wilder, the whole Duck saga. You have anything you want to add to that?
All I have to say, man, all I can say, give Fury some duck sauce, man. That's all I can say.
Give him some duck sauce, huh?
Give him some duck sauce, man. Tell ESPN thank you very much, man. And then now, Eddie Hearn, now you getting mad, now. Come on, man, cut it out, Eddie Hearn, man. You know you a snake. This work out, but that Fury thing, at first I was gonna say maybe ESPN, maybe gonna try to do the right thing. But the way I look at it right now, that ain't gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen. I think he's gonna fight. I think he's gonna fight some canned goods, and then they're gonna try to put the blame on Wilder. Nah. I think Von Errol. Now people can say what they want. Von Errol been doing. He's a snake too, but he's been doing it for over 50 years. So he's not new. He knows exactly what he's doing. When Fury fought Wilder, you know what I'm saying? I think they was talking then.
Oh, definitely. At least after that fight, I definitely know Top Rank probably reached out to him. Because they're trying to ride that wave that even though it's a draw that you should have won, but I don't know who Fury fights. Who does he fight? Who does he fight now that can build his market in the USA?
Well, I'm saying though, I could say this, that the only two people, well, I can't even say it too because Joshua, he's ducking too. The only real person he can really fight is King Kong.
Yeah, hey, you know what? Well, that'd be nice, man. I know King Kong is fighting this weekend on Showtime. I'm not sure. I don't know about his deal. I don't know if he's tired or if he's loyal or if he just be able to free. I think he may be able to go, whichever way the wind blow. I don't know. But you know what? I'm going to say this. If Tyson Fury fights Ortiz next, hey, I'm not knocking that, man, because Ortiz can bang. That is a good substitute fight if you don't fight Wilder next.
Right, but it should be some stipulation. It's supposed to. For Ortiz especially, it's supposed to be like the Ortiz. If King Kong, if you beat Fury, they got to give him a title shot. They got to give. I feel AJ Fag Juice should give him a title shot.
Hey YG, you still there?
Yeah.
Hey, what do you think about that Ortiz versus Tyson Fury matchup?
Yeah, like how you were saying before, that'd be a good fight too. But I don't even think he's saying AJ. I think AJ gonna have to fight Miller again.
Not if he beats Miller.
Miller's gonna give. I don't think AJ is gonna beat Miller.
Whoa! You think Miller? Oh, I mean, everybody has a shot.
The reason why I like Miller's chances is because he bangs to the body, he keeps his hands up high, and he puts pressure on his fighters. Like he gets in his opponent's chest. So that fight is going to be a way much tougher fight, and Joshua's going to be backing up, and I think Miller's going to get the pin him against the ropes a couple of times and put some work in. Like I really feel like he's really going to back him up because Joshua's going to resort to jabbing, try to keep him off of him. Miller's going to be the bigger man that night because he's just a bigger man. So I feel like he's really going to be able to back him up. I think he's going to win that fight. And then, that's going to be a rematch. I know Joshua got a rematch clause. The whole UK going to say he got robbed.
gonna lie to you, I would like to see that. And, you know, I was thinking about that. I really do. But the way I look at it like this, that for me, for Miller, I feel like this, that Miller got to work on his stamina. And he got to, and I'm saying he got to, and I'm saying for like his age, well, I'm saying he got to throw punches, let him rest a little bit, move on him a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Avoid the uppercuts and stuff like that. I think Miller can pull it out. But if Miller Brown, this is how I look at it. If Miller wins, right? And this is the thing too. Is Miller gonna put up them straps against Wilder?
Yeah, but they got to have a rematch first. He's going to have to fight Joshua.
I'm talking about. Right. I'm talking about the rematch. Maybe I'm thinking ahead a little bit. But I'm saying we beat him in the rematch again. We beat him in the rematch, right? Wilder's still going to be the champion. My thing is for Miller, if Miller get those straps, is Miller going to put them titles up against Wilder? Because of what I was hearing that he didn't want no smoke for Wilder.
I heard that too. I heard that he's going to, like, if he did get the belts, he'll push it off maybe a couple years. But I don't know, man. Like, you know, that's a ways down the road. He has to beat Joshua twice.
Nah, they'll make that fight because he's from New York, Brooklyn. That'll be all the titles on the line in the Barclays Center. They fighting. They fighting. Wilder fights in Brooklyn too much. So he already got a fan base up here. So that fight is definitely happening.
Yeah, that's my hometown too. That fight is gonna happen regardless. He's gonna fight Miller regardless. And even if Miller loses, Wilder's still gonna end up fighting Miller because just for the simple fact that I already know Miller's gonna put on a good show. Then Miller's gonna come back and fight somebody else. Let me get another win back on his record. And Wilder, like, basically after he beats Brazil and like the only other competition left around is gonna be Big Baby because Joshua and Fury ducking the face.
I think eventually Wilder will face Dylan White, and the rematch against Ortiz would be good. But I think Joshua can only duck for so much longer. He gonna have to catch that fade.
Well, I could actually see Big Baby fighting Dillian White too.
That's a good matchup, man.
Even though I think Big Baby kills him.
You think Big Baby Miller kills Dylan White?
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I think despite how Dylan, I noticed this one. When Dylan White put his mind to me, I'm not saying that he's an A+ fighter. I say he's a B+. He could do a little something. But I think, but this is my thing about Miller that I'm a little concerned about at times of his stamina when he's going in the middle later rounds. He do.
When I look at his fight, he throws the same. He's the most active heavyweight in the division. None of those guys throw more punches than him.
I understand. I understand what he's talking about. What I'm talking about sparingly at times. You know, he shut down at times, and so that is my concern. That's why I'm saying that for me, that he should work on his stamina, work on his stamina, his strength. And so when I'm talking about in the later rounds, when you have AJ, because if AJ cannot take him out within 4 or 5 rounds, AJ is there. He's gonna be there. I'm talking about. I smell smoke, and I'm saying like that, like you say, he should go to the body. Excuse me, and I agree on that. It's just my concern, especially at times that sometimes Big Baby he gets complacent at times, and so that's the only concern I have. Now, do I think that he has a chance to beat AJ? Yeah, but if he goes deeper within 5 rounds, AJ is in trouble.
I see what you said AJ got to come out of there early.
I got AJ winning, man. I got AJ winning. I think Miller can make it interesting, but Miller is a come-ahead fighter. He's going to run into a lot of those that straight right, and by Miller being shorter and Anthony Joshua having a great uppercut, he's going to have to really watch out for that uppercut, because that lands, then we're going to see what Miller's chin is really made of.
Right. Yeah, you're
Miller
right.
had to be hurt. Hold on, let me cook on that. One
Right.
I like about Miller, he come up with his hands high with head movement. He's just not mummy walking in like how Errol Spence do. He come inside with head movement and his hands up. And then two, as far as the uppercut, like reason why I say like I don't even think Joshua's gonna even get that punch off, because like he's gonna have to keep his hands up, because not only does Miller come up with his hands up, but he comes in behind a jab. You know what I mean? And he throws a good sharp little left hook on the inside. I really feel like Miller's gonna beat Joshua. Like I just with the crowd, he's gonna have the crowd at his back. I just think Miller got this one. Even though that fight is too long away, that fight all the way in June.
Yeah, we got a little ways for it, but like I said, man, Miller to me is still a fighter that he's good, but he has some improvements he can do. Even though he comes forward, he put pressure on his opponents. Miller to me doesn't have that one punch KO power. He has respectable power, but it's not that thudding power that he can get you out of there with one really good shot. I think Wilder hits harder than him. Now, between him and Dylan White, I don't know, that may be debatable. Maybe Dylan White might get an edge. But I just feel that Joshua is going to be there, and that he got the longer reach, the height, and he's going to catch Miller with something coming in. Miller, even though he has head movement, he's not that fast with it. I think Miller should lose 20 or 30 pounds, get a little bit more speed. Matter of fact, I think they say he's going to come in just a little bit lighter. I think they might have said that. He needs more speed, more movement, because if he stands in front of that big train expecting him to land his punches, when you hit, you're going to get hit back. And I don't know if he can take what Joshua going to give him for 12 rounds.
I agree. I agree on that. I do too. I'm in control, but I agree on that, Blaze, because I've been saying that for a while too. Because sometimes I was talking to somebody like a few months ago. They say, "What you think?" I said, "I would like," especially if people say, "Oh, he carried the weight well and everything," but it's not good at the heart, and then you're not getting enough oxygen when you invert yourself. I think the big baby is between like 20, 25 pounds, work on his speed, and plus it will improve his footing to be faster, and then at the same time it will generate some power. Yes. Because I feel like this, the combination punches is great.
Yep.
I agree on that. But I feel like this, big baby got to hit AJ, let him know I'm here. Give him something to think about, because I see there are some fighters that are combination punches and stuff like that, and it works for them. But when they fight a fighter that can punch, and I don't like anything what Daisy do, but the one thing we got to give him credit, AJ do got an uppercut.
He has a killer uppercut, man, and he has hooks in a straight right hand.
Right, and he do got a right hand, but he got a sneaky uppercut. And so, I'm saying like this, big baby, lose some weight. I hope you have a strength and speed coach. Work on your stamina and stuff. And then, and build some speed and some power. I'm saying like this, go to the body, let him know I'm here. Boom, boom, I'm here.
Right.
Make him think. Make
That's why I don't want Big Baby to lose the weight, because him coming forward like that is going to be making Joshua use more energy than he has to, because he's going to be trying to back up off of him.
But see, why do you think Joshua's going to back up? What makes you think he's just going to give ground?
Now, you know why? Because go back and watch Joshua fight, and I'll wait for you to, you can reprise it later if you want. and you find one fight where his opponent didn't back him up.
I'm not saying that he's.
Everybody he fought backed him up, and Big Baby's bigger than most of the people he fought, girth-wise. So when Big Baby corner him, get him in that corner, I'm telling you, he's gonna back him up. Like that, his weight advantage. That's the best thing that he got versus those guys, because he's actually girth. He's more
See,
perfect
now,
Tyson.
being that big, him thinking being that big is more power. It's not. Because him being that big, 300 plus pounds, then he should be hitting harder than Joshua Wilder, but he's not. Because the bigness is a lot of, honestly, it's fat. He needs to lose that. He's not going to lose muscle. You're not going to cut back on your strength and conditioning. You're going to increase your conditioning, increase your strength, but you got to just eat better, lose some of the fat, keep the muscle, and be lighter on your feet.
But I think he's naturally big like that. I don't be like
No. Nobody naturally eat hamburgers, man. Nobody's naturally big like that.
When you look at the punch reference, have you seen the background? They show some of his family members. His family, they're big boned people. Listen, y'all saying that he's fat, but he throws more punches than everybody in the division. He's in better shape than most of the guys.
Here's the thing though. It's not big boned. It's a bad habit of eating. See, when you look in people's family, even my own family, there's a lot of big people. It's not that we're just big to be big. It's because we are conditioned to eat certain type of foods, cook certain type of ways, and live a certain lifestyle that might not be more exercise oriented. That's why, when we die, our bones are the same size. 350-pound person, 120, bones same size. We just eat bad. Like my family, a lot of big people.
Some people, if you look at his hands, some people's hands are like, you can see their hands, their feet, their elbows. You can see a person's bone structure. Well, everybody's bone structure is not the same.
I mean, it matches his height. Whatever his hand is, it matches his height. But his weight is not adding to his power. 300 pounds? Look at Wilder. Wilder is 209. Deontay Wilder is almost 100 pounds lighter than Big Baby Miller, and hit probably twice as hard as Big Baby Miller.
No, maybe he just gets better leverage on his shots.
Which is exactly what you're saying, is that it's not the weight. It's Miller either not putting the leverage. It's not the fat. He can lose some of that fat. He can just eat better and be lighter, because if he's lighter, his head can move quicker. He can react quicker to shots. He can get out the way of shots. But now when he's in there, he looks like a guy that if he was smaller, he'd be nice. But because he's bigger, everything he's do is that much slower. Like when he throws his combination, it's nice, but it's that much slower. And Joshua is going to be looking to counterpunch. Joshua has a long jab. He's going to be throwing that jab to the body, throwing that jab to the head, and he's going to be looking to throw that right hand over Miller's jab when Miller try to come in. And if Miller comes in, Joshua doesn't just have to back up. He can catch Miller coming in with them shots and turn it to the uppercut, come back with the left hook, and then see where Miller stands there.
Right. And
I definitely see what you're saying, but the only thing about that, all of those muscles that Joshua, that's why Joshua be fading in the fight. He's too muscular. He's going to fade.
He can fade. You know what? And you're right. He can fade. Having too much muscles burn too much oxygen in fights. But when he's facing Miller, to me, his styles makes fights. We're talking about, see, the thing is, Miller should have been put against tougher competition before facing Joshua. He should have been to fought the Dylan White. He should have been to try to fight a Dominic Brazil. He should have, because right now he's fighting them guys. He hasn't fought anyone to prepare him for a Joshua, a Wilder, or a Fury. He's just been fighting these guys that he looked good in front of, and now you're taking the toughest test of your life and hoping that who you've been practicing against is enough to get you there.
Let's not forget, though, this is Joshua's toughest test, too.
How? You saying that Miller is tougher than Klitschko? Miller is tougher than White? Miller is tougher than...
Yes!
Oh, man.
Yes,
Miller is tougher than Klitschko. Okay, so you saying that Big Baby Miller would have beat Klitschko?
Do I think at that stage that Klitschko was in? Yeah.
Oh, man.
No, I disagree on that.
Oh, my... Oh.
I got to say this. I totally agree on that. You have to understand. Everybody can talk about Klitschko all they want to, the people he fought in the past, but he is a champion and he is a veteran. And I'm gonna tell you what Klitschko would. If he fought Big Barry Miller, he would have staked that jab out in his face, fake the jab to the chest. He gonna turn him 3/4 and uppercut him, catch him with the right, and Big Bay would have been out. I'm telling you. If you see, look at the fight for AJ. He almost had AJ out. It just Klitschko
y'all all talking about the same Klitschko that got knocked out versus Corey Saunders, who faded versus Tyson Fury. This guy, Baby Miller, throws more punches than all of them.
It's not about just throwing punches, though, man. It's styles make fights and who you fought. Who is the biggest puncher that Miller fought? What puncher has he fought that can measure up to a Klitschko or a Joshua? That once he got hit by, see, you can throw all them punches in the world, but when you taking punches, that take energy from you. When you take pounding, that take energy. Just like Ortiz. Ortiz was able to fight, all the rounds. But when Wilder hit him, it zaps you. It takes you from green light, having all the energy, down to a flashing yellow or red instantly. Who was the biggest puncher that Miller fought that can prepare him for what he's going to face?
Well, I see what you're saying that, but when you come into this game, he's already prepared.
Who has he fought? Nothing can prepare you from getting hit like that unless you got hit like that. Just like Tyson Fury said. Tyson Fury said that Deontay Wilder is the most fierce puncher in boxing history. He didn't know that beforehand. He didn't believe that beforehand. But afterwards, it's like, I have seen the light. I've been to the mountaintop. He's been hit with something that he couldn't prepare for. Who has Miller faced that can hit like Joshua on that level or Klitschko on that level that can say he's been hit by the biggest puncher and he kept the same energy. He kept the same volume of punches. Who?
Now, I understand what you're saying with that, but I could say the same thing.
Klitschko. And you talk about volume of punches. See, Joshua had some trouble with some of the smaller fighters. See, that's why I said Miller should lose a little bit of weight. The quicker fighters, like Povetkin is small, but he was quick, so he was able to score some shots on Joshua before Joshua ended up catching him with that right hand. He was able to score some shots. He was quick. He was able to get in on Joshua and get out on Joshua with some quick shots. Parker was able to get in quick a little bit, get some shots, and get off. Even though they lost, they was quicker, and that speed kind of hurt Joshua a little bit of being able to get in there. But the power is what bailed him out, which is why I think if Wilder fought Joshua, because Wilder has speed and power, I would favor Deontay Wilder win. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about Joshua versus Miller, and Miller is not fast. He's going to see what Miller's coming with. I'm not saying Miller's not going to hit him. Miller is going to hit him. He's going to hit him. But is he going to hit him enough to hurt him? Is he going to stop Joshua from punching back? Because Joshua's going to punch back. He's going to counter. They're going to trade punches. And when they trade punches, then that's where we're going to find out which way the fight's going to go.
And then the thing about this that I'm a little concerned that when Joshua get AJ in trouble, do baby now to finish him? I'm talking about finishing him wisely, pick shots and stuff,
right.
Go to the body. Because see, when you get AJ like that, you cannot get happy. You gotta switch it up. You gotta make him a head, body, everything else. And that's the thing, though, too, that some people don't like to talk about. That is he gonna be disciplined enough when he get AJ in trouble? Let the maceration of his punches work. Think in there. Turn your shoulder around. Shift your body around just enough to throw him back in the nose. Hit your shots. Let him commit. What Blake was talking. He made an excellent point. So when you lose that weight, your coordination is much faster. You know what I'm saying? And so you can see the punches come. Your body couldn't react. And that is the thing. Could he finish AJ when he gets him in trouble?
I got to give me a favor. Let me do a shout out real quick. I missed this. Christopher, shout out. Christopher came in through 10 logs on the fire, $10 super chat. T-Dub, now these trolls telling me Joshua is holding Fury's belt. Please hit these clouds with the blaze. All right, I'm going to get him after this. All right. Hey, keep going, Darkness.
Yeah, but that's my thing. You know, Big Babe, if you hear me, y'all should work on when you get AJ in trouble. Be smart with your punches. Be sharp with your punches. Keep it going, and especially at the same time, have the stamina. If you want to make a statement, make a statement. When you get AJ in trouble, get him out of here. Do not wait. Do not play with the crowd and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. When you throw them punches, them combinations, I understand what the brother's saying, and it's true. But his punches got to make a statement. It cannot be no pity pat.
Exactly. He's going to have to. I do agree, guys. He's got to come out there, and he got to make Joshua respect him early. But as he's making him respect him early, he got to avoid from taking big shots himself early. Miller can win. He just has to have the best game plan and the best strategy to do it. But when I just look at it, to me, face value, I favor Joshua. But is it a fight that Miller can win? Yes. But it's an uphill battle. The best thing he got going for him is it is in his home state. It is in Brook. You know, it's there. Madison Square Garden. That's in his favor. The crowd, when he lands something big and they cheering, that's in his favor. But he has to have the right game plan in the ring. Because to me, skill-wise, I think Joshua's a little bit more sharper. I think you know, a little bit taller, hits a little harder. But you can get around that. Miller needs the game plan to get around that, to get that fear in Joshua, to make Joshua be damn. You know, like this guy is tougher than I thought. But and the thing is, he gotta avoid the big shots from Joshua. When Joshua hit him, Joshua can hit. He's not, you know, like light touching you out there. He's trying to punch your shit off. But Veckin was doing very good until he got his shit punched off. Same with Dylan White until he got his head punched off.
Well, Dillian White got clipped that early in that fight. He got clipped in the first round, and he was rocked from there. And then that's when Joshua started taunting him and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean,
right, because he got hit. Right, I'm saying, like, the thing about Joshua, that's why I say Miller has to avoid it early. Because even though you're trying to go out and make a statement early, a statement can be made on you early. And Joshua is going to look to land that right hand. Because sometimes Joshua trying to be more of a boxer than for real. Even though he got power, he tried to come in, he tried to use the jab. He'll jab to the body. He'll throw the right hand hook to the body, throw the straight right to the body. He'll throw the hook up top. He's just a little bit more robotic with it. But he tries to be more of a boxer than a brawler. And if Miller comes in there and he exposes that chin, or he comes in there with a jab, and that, remember, see, because he's shorter than Joshua, that means Joshua's right hand doesn't have to go over no shoulder. It's just going to come straight down on Miller's chin. Miller has to avoid that right hand early and that right uppercut.
Nah, yeah, I see what you're saying, T. But man, you see the way when that boy Miller put his paws on him? You see how far he went back?
But remember, yeah, you know what? He pushed him, but think about this. He pushed Joshua with Joshua has his hands behind his back. Wasn't expecting it. He should have actually dropped Joshua off of that push. But somebody caught him.
But listen, my thing though, when Miller pushed him, Joshua had his body weight leaning forward. Like he was leaning forward to try to go chest to chest with him, and then that's when he pushed him. I just feel like he's gonna put a hurting on that guy, man. They've been arguing.
But listen. There's no pushing in boxing. Hey, come June 1st, they're gonna use these knuckles. They're gonna use these right here.
Because Miller's gonna be able to back him up. He can push him a little bit to push him back into the corner.
You gotta remember, he's gonna get warned for that. You're not supposed to push in boxing. If he pushes in boxing, and the refs see it, the ref's gonna warn him.
But not
no
like,
pushing.
You know what I'm talking about? See, I'm talking about just the little nudges, the little I mean, the refs, they supposed to call it, but I've seen fighters like Ricky Hatton for Acosta Zoo. He abused the holding and keeping him against the ropes. Now, could you imagine if
how's he going to keep Joshua against the ropes? The only way he keeps Joshua against the ropes is by putting his big body on Joshua and physically pushing him back. And if he got his big body on Joshua, or if he's within that close range of Joshua, he's in close range of getting that neck stretched out from 3 inches to 6 inches with a devastating uppercut. In order to put some...
No, go ahead, bro.
No. Go ahead, cook for me. Go ahead, Darkness.
And the thing that you have to understand too, when you lean on a person all the time, that also zaps out your skills too. And so Baby Mills gotta pick it. I'm saying he gotta pick his spot too. He has to understand that when I lean on him, and it's going to be on the side that AJ can get off his punches, or I'm going to lean on him, or I'm going to set a trap. I'm going to fake when I lean him, and I'm going to hit with the body. He got, Big Baby has to think in it. I'm not saying he's not thinking when he throws punches.
You know some,
but I know
right.
If you know like any fighter, any boxer that is great, they know how to lean you and get their shots off. And then they know how to take 2 or 3 steps back and make that person commit. And that's when they had the flurries and stuff like that. I give you a case in point. A long time ago when Lennox Lewis fought Shannon Briggs, right?
Right.
He let Shannon Briggs get his off. And you know he let him swing. And all they catch him with the 1-2 because Lennox Lewis was light on his feet. And at that time, Shannon Briggs was like swinging. He thought he had him trouble, but Lennox Lewis not to lean on him, not to spin him around, and then at the same time, in the mid round, that's he finally catching the pull out because Lennox Lewis still in there. Big Baby got to do something like that. He cannot just go lean on AJ like that because that's going to zap your strength. And then you talk about the combination of punches and stuff. It's bad enough that Big Baby do not hardly have no power. That's really going to zap the power. And then if AJ just have enough stamina and stuff, if he get Big Baby off the ropes, I hope Big Baby know how to tie him up. And I'm talking about tie him up just enough to get off and swing back and throw some punches. I would like to see that too. I hope.
No, I see what you're saying, but I don't think smaller fighters back Joshua up. So.
But you know what? You're right. They backed him up. They backed him up not because of the power, because of their speed, and he couldn't time it. But you know what? This was brought to me in the chat. The expert, let me get my boy name. The expert genius. He said Miller spoiled Wilder. Miller felt Wilder's power, but Miller talks about Wilder from a distance after feeling that power in sparring. That reminded me, the first time, well, I guess Miller has faced a bigger puncher. He faced Wilder in sparring with bigger gloves on in a headgear, and he got a concussion after that fight. After that sparring. So Miller can be hurt. Wilder hurt him with bigger gloves and sparring in a headgear and gave him a concussion. He's going to. I'm not saying Joshua punches like Miller, but Joshua's not no fairy puncher either.
What I was trying to say is, but that was how many years ago?
Your chin don't improve with time. Your chin don't improve with time.
That does. You know why your chin? You know why? First of all, your chin doesn't improve. Like everybody's chin is the same thing, but your defense of how you protect that chin.
What I seen from Miller in the beginning of the fight from Miller, he is more alert with a better guard. But when I watch his fight, if you go to his fights, go to the mid to late rounds of his fights, his guard is not that tight like it was. He still throws punches, but his guard is not tight. His hand is more relaxed than what it normally is, and he's still throwing shots, but he's more open to get hit. And Miller faced a lot of people that honestly was kind of scared of him. They was kind of scared. Joshua's not going to be scared. It's going to be a good fight. I just favor Joshua to win.
And also that there's one thing we got to mention too, and you know what really good, brother, I'm talking about this too. You know, it might be a game plan of AJ, and I know some people don't like to talk about it. He said, listen, if he going to have a tight guard, let's go to the fight and hit them arms. Let's tire them arms out. And so Big Baby Miller has to switch up his guards too. Because if he come with the same guard, and I'm saying by this, and I don't care how big you are, if you got a person keep on hitting your arms, and you in the same guard, one way or the other, it's going to drop.
Facts.
So the thing about, for me, I'm just saying for me, that Big Baby Miller got to switch up his guard against AJ. Because if you keep on hitting them arms like that, often, it's going to drop.
Facts.
And the uppercut is going to be there.
The
Listen,
hooks,
I want
the uppercuts.
AJ like everybody else.
I mean,
That's all I'm saying.
right.
I do. But that's my thing. I think he should switch up guards at times. So Big Baby would not get cut, and also he can get off his punches too.
Facts. You're exactly right. When you get hit on your guards, you get hit on your arms, and you throw punches like that, and people don't understand when you're absorbing punches. Somebody punching on your arms, like they used to tell fighters when they fought Floyd, just punch his arms, punch him, because they're trying to give you like dead arms to where you can't hold them up. But Floyd relied on shoulder moving and shoulder rolling a lot more. If Joshua's not even landing clean, but he hitting the arms, he hitting the forearms, he's banging the bodies, eventually them hands are going to drop. Maybe not down to the ground, but just a little bit below that chin to where he can get hit with an uppercut, or he can get hit with a hook, or a straight right. Listen, we don't know. I'm gonna give you guys the last word on this topic. I gotta jump. I know I should have been just back on work. I'm gonna give you guys the last word on this topic. Then I'm gonna finish up on Fury and Eddie Hearn, and then I'm end up signing out. YG, you want to go first?
Yeah, I go for it's just gonna be an interesting fight. That we are a little ways away. Lucky for us that we got a couple of good fights coming up in between that. So so then everybody just tune in to T-Dub. You calling the fight tomorrow, right?
Oh yeah, man. Listen, hey, in case you guys don't know, I do a lot of live commentating on my shows. I get a lot of my views on that show. I get 11,000, 3,000, 20,000 views. So absolutely, I'm calling Laura versus Ortiz. I'm calling Miller versus Joshua. Whoever Wilder fights, I'm calling Terrence Crawford, Mikey Garcia. I'm calling all those.
Right. So everybody got tuned into that. T-Dub, like always, thanks for having me on. Salute to you, brother, for coming on this morning too. And I'll catch you on the next live.
Thank you, Darkness. Talk to us. The Grinder.
Yeah, all I can say is Fury, that's a duck. So your Fury fanboys, cut it out. You know he duck. I got some duck. Your dog, the underrated The Grinder. Got some duck sauce for you if you want some. You ducked. You ducked. I don't know why. And this is the thing that pissed me off. That some of American media, y'all not asking the hard questions. He coming to our house. Y'all not asking the hard questions. Why you dug Wilder, but at the same time, some of y'all want to treat Wilder as shit. He is our champion. He is the true champion. And that pissed me off. But to get back to the fight, I just say for me, I just hope that Big Baby Miller camp, they got to switch it up. Like I said, they got to change their guards when he come in. They got to work. Like you said, he have to lose some weight. When he come in, you got to hit him with a shot like, whoa. You got to make him pay. But at the same time, that Big Baby Miller do have a chance if he take him. Because this is the thing. Big Baby Miller got to take him in the mid-rounds. If he take him in the mid-rounds, he has a chance, but I'm saying this. Big Baby Miller, when you get AJ in the trouble, finish him off. Finish him off. Do not wait. Do not think about, all his combinations. When you throw some combinations, make sure he pays for it, because AJ is going to be there for the cooking. You know that, and I know that. He's going to be there. He's going to be tired. AJ's going to be weary. But I'm saying, Big Baby, do you have the stamina now to stop AJ, to be a champion? And that's all I'm going to say about that. Thanks again, brother. I really appreciate you. Like I said, y'all support my brother, D-Dub, y'all. World Blazing in boxing, man. That's where it's at, y'all. Shout out to the LDBC, man. You know, keep on doing your thing, man. Salute to you being the father and everything. And you keep on doing your thing in the underrated one, the grinder. Always alignment with you, brother.
Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you, man. Let them know how can they find you.
Oh, my bad. Oh, you can find me on my channel, The Underrated Darkness. I talk about boxing. I talk about boxing. I talk about everyday life and everything. I talk about everything. Oh, yeah. Do you know the brother of PK boxing and MMA?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, anyway, me and him chopped it up on my channel this past Wednesday night, 11:30. It's on my channel. I think you should check it out. We talk about boxing, and also we dig in about MMA. So I think you should check that out.
Yeah, you got it. Will do.
All right, y'all. Like I said, my channel is The Underrated Darkness. And salute to you, brother. And I'm saying support my brother. What's blazing in sports, y'all.
Thank you. All right, guys. That was the Darkness, the Underrated Darkness and YG Night. Thank you guys for calling in. Definitely had a pretty good discussion there. Not sure if Christopher's still here. I didn't catch the super chat until late. I apologize. But I definitely will touch on this subject late if you're not here now. The T-Dub, now these trolls telling me Joshua is holding Fury's belt. Please hit these clowns with the blades. Let them walk through the fire with gasoline draws on. I definitely will. What I'm going to do, I'm going to come back, Christopher. I know this one went a little bit long. Not sure if you're here. And I'm going to do another stream that's going to be regarding the same matter. I'm going to give you guys this work. But guys, let me jump in and finish my work up. I know my little man is hungry. He's been waiting on me. This your boy T-Dub, what's blazing the sports. Please do me a favor. Please subscribe to the channel. Also, hit the notification bell so whenever I go live, you will get it. Never miss another moment. If you also want to support the channel, you can super chat or you can go into the description and I should have a PayPal or even Cash App me. Well, Lola is dancing. Cash App me at what's blazing. WHATS BLAZING. Until the next time, here is what's blazing in sports.